Good morning, everybody. Today we're spotting from JFK, New York. I'm going to give up the accent. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with live FSLTL traffic. We are here at John F. Kennedy International, just about 20 miles east of downtown New York City. We have some departing traffic on 4 left and 4 right. And it sounds like we're going to have some approaches coming in on runway 31 left and right. Let's watch this Hawaiian Airbus A330 take off. And then we'll go around the different terminals and take a look at what's at the airport today. All right. So JFK has an interesting layout. 4 runways, 2 sets of 2 parallel runways. 3-1, 1-3 left and right, and 4-2-2 left and right. Lots of history here. The airport's been around for God knows how long, 70 years or something like that. Lots of different terminal layout changes throughout the years. And let's see what we have. So this is Terminal 1. And at Terminal 1, looks like the only thing we have are 2 JetBlue Airbus A320s. JetBlue has a hub here at JFK. You'll see basically every airline here except for United Airlines. Delta has hubs here, American and JetBlue have hubs here. But United has a stronghold at Newark, just across the Hudson. So you won't see them here today. Here's Terminal 4. Yes, Terminal 2 and 3, they don't exist right now. Terminal 4 looks mostly empty. We have a Delta Airbus A321. The famous JFK Control Tower. Yeah, pretty empty on this branch of Terminal 4 also. This is the TWA Hotel, or the TWA Terminal, which now there's a hotel next to it. This was built by architect Eero Saarinen in the early 60s, I want to say. And this is the same architect who built the main terminal at Dulles Airport. You can kind of see the resemblance in the concrete roof and the big glass panels on the walls. This is Terminal 5. Terminal 5, we have JetBlue Airbus A320, JetBlue A321 backing away from the gate, a Delta A321, and pardon the gate assignments are not properly airline coded, but again, makes the airport look a little bit more diverse that way. I have an American 737-800. Coming over here, we have Terminal 7. Yep, no Terminal 6 either. We have a Delta Airbus A220. It looks pretty empty on that side. And then here's Terminal 8. Terminal 8, we have a Delta 767-300, American 737-800, a Delta 737-900 with the American Eagle E-170 taxiing out on the left side, a Delta connection, CRJ 700, and another JetBlue Airbus A320. Over in the cargo bay, we have a China Southern, let me get this right, Air China Cargo 777F.
Kennedy Tower Delta 268 Heavy ready for departure, runway 4 left IFR to Honolulu. Delta 268 Heavy line.
Gotta love the early morning sunlight radiating off of these airplanes. We missed this one's also a ABX Air. Looks like a 767-300 cargo jet. Those are typically converted airliners. Old American or United planes, typically. This is the advantage of Microsoft Flight Simulator spotting, is you can put the camera wherever you want, regardless of how legal of a spot that is in real life.
Runway 4 left. Kennedy Tower, Endeavour 5, tree 9 or 8, 13 miles, southeast inbound ILS runway, tree 1 left approach. Endeavour 5, tree 9 or 8, Kennedy Tower. Altimeter tree 0.50, 0 wind tree 1 tree at 4. Cleared ILS runway, tree 1 left approach.
Where are you going? See, this is what happens when you let the FO of a regional jet do the flying. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, why they shouldn't make why they shouldn't lower the threshold less than 1,500 hours, because you get crap like this, unfortunately. Looks like we have some airplanes taxiing out for a 4 right departure. Unless they're going to be taking off 3-1 left, we'll see.
121.65 for Endeavour 4866.
Yeah, these ABX Air airplanes. Look at them on Flight Radar 24. They're typically from like the early to mid 80s. Like, they are old airplanes. Converted 767s from back in the day. One of the original orders for American United, what they're flying. A lot of JetBlue airplanes. There's some JetBlue airplanes getting to know each other. Oh boy. You won't see these Embraer E190s much longer. They're all getting replaced by the Airbus A220. I've never flown on a JetBlue E190, but I've not heard great things. That they're old, antiquated, kind of clapped out at this point. Wow, we're getting everything right now. Making the cameraman earn it today.
Endeavor 5, train 9 or 8 contact ground on 121.9er. 124.75 for Endeavor 5, 135.
Speaking of Airbus A220, there's one. Taking off 4 left. Now we got something departing 4 right. JetBlue Airbus A320. If you're liking all the action from JFK, please give this video a like. Please subscribe if you're new. Comment down below what's the favorite airplane you've seen so far. And if you have any requests of other airports you'd like me to do some virtual Microsoft Flight Simulator plane spotting from.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4 left.
I want to see some international flights. Come on. Typically you'll get most of the international stuff in the evening. And we're doing this around 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So got to kind of set our expectations accordingly. Oh, glorious shot right there. There goes that E190. The Delta 767-300 taxiing out to 4 left, as well as American 737-800 and American Eagle E170. Say Korean Air Cargo 777F has shown up near Terminal 4, 5 is that? And then a couple more JetBlue airplanes. Gotta say, I like the new blue livery that JetBlue came out with, but my favorite of their old ones, if I had to tie between two of them, I love this stripe livery. I don't think there's any more of them flying, but it was one of the original designs they came out with in 2000 when the airline's inception. I think it's called, I think it's just called Stripes. And I love it. It's just very simple, classic looking, bold. I like this one, and I like the barcode one with little orange accents. Finally, some American airplanes. I haven't seen many of them today. Now, there was something about this mint livery that they put on the JetBlue A321s. When you start putting green on a JetBlue plane, I never liked it. The pattern's not bad, but the green, it's never sat well with me for some reason. So now that they're going to be merging with Spirit, we won't have to deal with that issue. Plus, with the new livery, I don't think so far there's none with green. We have this Delta 767 lining up runway 4 left. Fortunately, unfortunately, on the ATC, I don't really hear Kennedy Steve. I don't hear him yelling at anybody. Hey, Earth to Delta 631. I don't hear any of that today. Off they go. You know the winglets on the 767 are like 9 feet tall? They're insanely big. But I'm sure they save lots of fuel. One feature that a couple of the runways here at JFK have called a displaced threshold. For those that don't know, a displaced threshold is a portion of the runway in which you can only use it to taxi and take off. You cannot land on it. The reason they have this is to increase, let's basically displace the point down the runway in which the airplane touches down. They do this typically because of obstacle clearance around other runways, or traffic associated with those runways, or potentially just like a tree or something off the end of the runway. Once we've finished with this E170, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Because 2 of the runways here at JFK have immensely long displaced thresholds. Alright, so displaced thresholds, some of the longest in the country. You'll see them one on 3-1 left. Right here, you see where all the arrows are? Cannot land on it. You cannot start landing on the runway until all the bars here with the numbers 3-1 left. So that huge portion of the runway, unusable for landing. Same thing for runway 22 right. Displaced threshold on the north side. All of that cannot land on it. You can only begin to land on the runway at that point, about a third of the way down the runway. It's kind of nuts. The parallel takeoffs here. Parallel takeoffs look cool, but you're forced with a choice. Which one are you gonna look at? I chose my good old stripes. What do we have on this side? Oh, it couldn't go wrong either way. We had stripes on both sides. How cool is that? Stay away from the buildings, mister. That was dark. Anyways. Alright, we have a American 737 coming in from Miami. Coming in on approximately a 5-mile final. Runway 31 left. Behind that, we have a Airbus A321 coming in from somewhere in the Caribbean. I'm not familiar with that identifier. Somewhere in the Caribbean to JFK. Airbus A321. Cleared
to land runway tree 1 left American 1617.
Tell me about the front windows of an Airbus A220. They remind me of a Challenger 350. Something about those like squinted up windows. Looks like it just bit into a lemon. I don't like it. But the rest of the A220 I like. It's a very nicely proportioned airplane. Swoopy tail, big engines, nice flexed out wing. It's a much prettier airplane than an E190, that's for sure. Both the airline and the passengers will benefit from that upgrade. And like we were just talking about, he's going to have to overfly that displaced threshold, land way down the runway. Although there's still plenty of room for him to stop, assuming he's a good pilot. Oh. Well, that plane has a bunch. That plane just came in from Miami, and you're gonna have a bunch of angry Cubans on that landing. Angry old people and angry Cubans. So, hope they get some extra Biscoffs out of that one or something. I come to New York City pretty often, and every time I'm here, I have to do the New York trifecta. Now, what that means is, at some point during my visit, I have to have a bite of pizza, a bite of cheesecake, and a bagel. You just can't come to New York. Those are of all the things New York does, and they do a lot of things well, the things they do best are bagels, pizza, and cheesecake. And I just can't help myself. Have to have a bit of it all. Comment down below, what's your favorite thing to do when you're in New York City? Central Park, Empire State Building, Times Square? Let me know. All I know is that if this was real life and I'm just in this random patch of grass in the secured area of the airport police are going to be running up to me at 200 miles an hour. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm plane spotting here. Sorry, that's enough. We'll let that guy go. We'll focus on the arrival. It's probably another one of those planes with the stupid green on the tail. Actually, no. One of the new ones. Airbus A321neo. Flare. Oh boy. They're just not getting the landings right today. Well, that's a good introduction to New York City, getting roughed up. There goes the barcode. One of the most traveled routes in the country, JFK to LAX. We have one right here, American A321, taking off runway 4 left. Delta 767 from Atlanta coming in, runway 31 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 4 left, Delta 268 heavy.
You can hear those engines rev up in unison there. A321neo versus 767. We saw a little bit of him. Now let's catch a little bit of this guy. When it comes to plane spotting, the bigger airplane always wins out in my book. unless you have a special livery or some other circumstance, but 767 beats an A321 every time. There goes. Just in time to catch the arrival. Can't catch up. There's too much action. Trying my best though. Personally, I really like the CRJ 700. The best looking regional jet in my mind. It just looks like a missile. Very sharp edges. I like the little winglets. Front of the plane. It's an incredibly... It's a very sharp looking airplane. Like a nice suit. I don't know. It comes across very... I really like how it looks. Yeah, if we don't get anything interesting, we'll keep going for another 10, 12 minutes. And we'll call it. We have an American 777 taxiing out from the ramp. That'll be one to catch. All that and a bag of blue chips. I've actually had their blue chips. They're pretty good. It's bad they don't have guacamole on the plane. I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch this A220 take off. We're going to watch the CRJ 700 come into land. And then we're going to call it because the morning rush has kind of died off. Yep, slam it down there. Triple seven taxiing by. These things are just beasts, I'm telling you what. They're getting up there in age. American first got its 777 in the late 90s. And they're still flying. But they don't cease to amaze. The size of them is just... It's not even a 747, it still feels gargantuan. Yeah, that's all she wrote for today. Thank you everybody for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Please comment down below if you have any suggestions. What airport would you like to see next? Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, everybody.